Have you guys heard that there might be real vampires living amongst us in New Orleans? And what about those mysterious bodies entirely drained of blood? Keep watching to find out. Hello, Horror Nights and family, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. I know I took a break last week, so thank you guys for understanding that and sending some really nice messages and comments to me. I really appreciate it. I don't like taking breaks, but sometimes I just have to force myself to take one. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so I wanted to sort of add in a lighter topic considering some of the topic on my Wednesday videos can be pretty heavy. And of course, what better topic than to choose something that has fascinated me for a very long time: vampires. So I might not have said this on my YouTube channel, but I know I maybe have tweeted it or put it on social media somewhere. But I am a huge vampire movie fan. From Dracula to The Vampire Diaries to True Blood, and yes, I will admit, Twilight. And I really have no shame, honestly. So when I was researching new things to talk about, I immediately stopped in my tracks when I found an article about vampires maybe living in New Orleans. That was Roxy. I apologize. She's here next to me now. And I've also loved the idea of New Orleans from, of course, American Horror Story, and I really want to go there one day so I can eat their food. And of course, just to clarify, I've never been to Louisiana or New Orleans, but I do hope to visit there one day. Okay, so let's get into maybe where some vampire history starts. So have you guys ever heard of the Carter brothers? Legend has it that in 1932, the brothers were kidnapping and holding people hostage in their apartment in order to sustain their unquenchable thirst for human blood. But one woman was able to escape and alert police of what was going on. The officers, though skeptical, decided to allow the girl to show them where she was being held captive. She told the police that the brothers would leave in the early mornings and not return back until nightfall. So when police entered the home, they found the prisoners tied up and half alive. It was said that the brothers would slash their victims' wrists and let the blood flow freely until they were satisfied. The brothers returned home that evening, and to their surprise, the police were there waiting for them. The Carter brothers immediately confessed to kidnapping the people, and they also confessed to being vampires, and they begged the police to kill them because they know they couldn't control their urges. Because of their crimes, the brothers were executed. But then I dug a little deeper. I read that their bodies mysteriously vanished from the family's funeral vault, and there have been sightings of the brothers to this day. So if you're like me and you're a big Vampire Diaries fan, I immediately thought of Damon and Stefan Salvatore, but that's just the inner vampire girl in me coming out, so I'm just gonna put her back away for now. Now I want to take it to almost 50 years later in 1984. 9 people were found around the French quarters, all having their throats ripped out. But paramedics and first responders were dumbfounded when they found no trace of blood around the gory scene. So now I want to tell you about the real vampire researcher, John Edgar Browning. He spent his time investigating the real vampires in New Orleans. He stated that they were average people who need human blood to sustain their well-being. Browning said that the symptoms of being a vampire usually show up around puberty, when individuals find themselves physically drained for really no detectable reason. Usually, and by accident, they realize that the ingestion of blood is a remedy to this condition, providing a burst of energy at the slightest consumption. There is also the New Orleans Vampire Association. It's a non-profit organization of self-identifying vampires. So this was founded in 2005. This organization not only helps vampires and other kin subcultures, but also provides educational and charitable support to those in need. And if you're like me, you might have deep dived into some other vampire stories. There have been accounts on feeding of blood, like in the show My Strange Addiction, and also True Life, I Want Respect for My Sect, which delves into the king and queen vampires of Austin, Texas. Logan and Daily South. I believe they also at one time had their own YouTube channel, but I'm not sure how active it is right now. So how close are these modern day vampires to the ones we've heard about many years ago? Do they burn in the sun? Do they hate garlic? So according to the king vampire Logan himself, a vampire is someone who needs that external energy, which is what I've mentioned earlier. They also rely on donors for their feedings, but they also stated that they gain energy from others and also from experiences, and he actually constructed his own set of vampire teeth. And he did mention that the sun is tiring and can drain some of his energy as well. For garlic though, he didn't really mention anything about that other than it's an ingredient in a meal. So it seems from all the research that I did that these people who are self-identifying as vampires are just like you and me, but they keep their nature a secret because, you know, scrutiny from society or people not understanding them, things like that. And it also doesn't seem like they really have any like supernatural powers that we would see in the movies, but of course, you know, those are movies. But now I kind of just want to go back to the Carter brothers just for a second. Considering they were rumored to actually have tremendous strength, and also from some of the research I did, apparently they're immortal. So it is interesting that I found all of these different things that sort of pointed to different things about vampires. You guys believe that they're real vampires? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about everything that I talked about in this video. I'd like to think that there are vampires among us, but I don't know, maybe they don't really want to talk to us normal human beings, or it could be all made up, but honestly, I don't really know. So you guys let me know what you think. All right guys, I think that's me for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I put new videos out every single Wednesday and Saturday. And don't forget to turn the bell on to be notified every single time that I upload a brand new video. And don't forget to follow me on all of my socials. All of that is linked in the description box below. And don't forget just to be nice to one another, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.